Hey, what's up guys, welcome to CubixSol YouTube channel, and in today's video I will teach you how you can create this type of beautiful contact page using pure HTML and CSS only. So in this video we will create a navbar like this, a main section, and these three cards to display the location of the company's office. So friends, video is going to be more important, and we have converted this video in two parts. In the first part we will create this complete design, and in the second part we will learn how we can make this design responsive. And before start, I request you to subscribe to our YouTube channel for our regular videos. Without any delay, let's start. So friends, first of all we have to create a new folder on our desktop, and I am going to name this contact me page. Inside this folder we have to create a file named index.html, and next create another file style.css. Next open Visual Studio Code and open this file in your Visual Studio Code. So I will click on open folder, desktop, and here is my folder. Click on select folder. Next I will click on go live, and I have opened the output and my Visual Studio Code in a split mode, so you can see the output without any delay. So first of all I will create a basic HTML structure here and give a title to your page like contact us page design. In the body element I have to create a nav element, create another div with class logo, create another div with class logo wrapper, and in my project I am going to use font awesome icons because in logo section I have to display a font awesome icon here. So open the Google and search here font awesome CDN. We need to add the CDN so we can use font awesome icons. Click on the first website, and here click on copy link tag. Paste this link inside your head section. Now I can use font awesome icons in my website. To see the font awesome icon library, open the Google and search here font awesome icons. Click on the first website, and here you can search for your desired icon. Suppose I will search here Apple, and here we have two multiple icons. We can use any of them. Some of them will be free and some of them will be premium. Suppose if I want to use this icon, I just have to copy this I element and paste inside this HTML file, and in the output you can see that we have an Apple icon here. Next, after this logo wrapper class, I have to create a p element. Inside this I will type a text, just line break, and type here fine gap. So this is a text that we will display with our logo. Next, outside this logo class div, we have to create an unordered list with a list item and an a element here, so user can move to multiple pages using our navbar. In the first link I will type here about. Next I have to copy this and paste here 4 more times. Change the text to pricing, case study, blog, and contact us. So in the output you can see that we have 5 links right now. After this unordered list we have to create an a element. So basically this is the button that we will display on the top right side. Here I will type get started and type here hash. Next, open the style.css and make sure to link your style.css file with your HTML code. To link the file in your head section, you have to type here style.css in your href attribute of link element. In the style.css, type here a universal selector. It means that whichever style that we will write inside this block of code, that will apply to our each HTML element in our page. So first of all I will type here padding 0, margin 0. These two properties will remove the default margin and the padding from our each HTML element. And next I have to type here box sizing border box, and I am going to use a Google font in my project. To add the Google font, open a Google and search here Google Fonts. Click on the first link, and here click on these 3 icons and click on fonts, and here you can search for a desired font. Suppose if I want to add Pira Sans, so this is font that I am going to use in my project. You can search its name here and click on the font. Here you can see the preview of our font. To add this font I will click on extra light 200 and regular 400. Click on view selected families, and from here I have to copy this URL and paste this in your style.css. Next, copy this font family property and paste here. So friends, you can see the output. The default margin from our each HTML element is removed, and the font of our these text is also changed, and now our text is looking better than before. Next, copy this body element, paste here, and type here width 100%, and padding bottom 200 pixel. Next, copy this nav element, paste here and type display flex, justify content space between, and align item center. So you can see that by writing these three properties, we have three child divs inside our this nav element, 1, 2, and the third is this link. So by writing these three properties, our this content will look like this. Next, type here padding 40 pixel for top, 100 pixel for right, 20 pixel for bottom, and 100 pixel for left. I have to zoom out my screen to 100%. Next, copy this logo class, paste here, and before this, copy this nav element and paste here. To align this logo and this text in a same line, we have to again type here display flex, justify content center, and align item center. So now you can see that our text and logo are in a same line. Cursor pointer, our cursor will look like this on hover. Next, copy this logo wrapper class, paste here, and before this, make sure to add the nav element. Inside this, I have to type width 35 pixel, height 35 pixel, background color, type this color code, border radius 50%, and to align this icon in the center position, type here display flex, justify content center, and align item center, and margin right 10 pixel to create a margin between this text and this icon. Next, copy this I element inside logo wrapper class, paste here, and before this, copy these words and paste them here. Inside this, I will type display inline block, background color, copy this color code and paste here. And I think we don't need this background color property. Just type here font size 18 pixel. So we have done with our logo. Next, we have to give style to our this text. To do this, copy this P element inside logo class, paste here, and before this, copy this nav element and paste here. Here type font size 16 pixel and color RGBA 003 time and change the opacity to 0.9. So this style will apply to our this logo text. Next, we have to give style to our these list items. To do this, first of all, copy this UL element which is inside this nav element, paste here, and before this, type here nav element, type list style none, display flex, justify content center, and align item center. So you can see now our these list items will look like this. Next, copy this A element and paste here, and before this, copy these two elements and paste them here, and after this, type here list item to complete the hierarchy. Inside this, first of all, to remove this underline, type here text decoration none, display inline block, padding 12 pixel from top and bottom and 30 pixel from right and left, font size 16 pixel, and color would be black. Type here border radius 10 pixel. This border radius will look when we will add a hover effect on these list items, and type here transition 0.4 second. 0.4 seconds means then when user will hover on this list item, we are going to change the background color of this list item. So this is the time in which the background color of the list item will be changed, and this border radius is for our background color. To add the hover effect on these list items, simply copy these words, paste them here, and type :hover background color and type this color code. So you can see the output on hover. Our these list items will look like this. Next, we have to give style to our this get started button. To do this, first of all, we need to give class to this get started button like btn get started. Copy this class and paste here. Before this, type A element and type nav. Type here text decoration none to remove the underline, display inline block, and border 1 pixel solid RGBA, type 03 times and change the opacity to 1, which is the color code of black color. Padding 8 pixel from top and bottom and 24 pixel from right and left. Font size 14 pixel and change the color to black, and border radius 10 pixel. So now you can see that our get started button will look like this. On a big screen, our this nav bar will look like this. So here you can see the output. Next, we have to design the main section of our this page. To do this, open your index.html and type here div dot main section. Inside this, first of all, create an a element and type here I and give a class to this I element like fa solid fa circle dot. By writing this class inside this I element, you will see this dotted icon here. After this I element, type here contact page. Next, create a div with class page title. Inside this, create an h1 element here and type here this dummy text. After this page title class div, create a p element and inside this also I'm going to type some dummy text here. So friends, here you can see the output. We have a p element, a heading and a contact page link. To style them, open style.css and type here like main section design. So you can also add this comment because comments are to help a programmer to maintain its code. Next, copy this main section class, paste here and type text align center, margin top 70 pixel and line height 2. So you can see that our content is in the center position of our screen and the line height will create a space between these three elements. Next, copy this a element, paste here and before this copy and paste this main section class. Inside this, type here text decoration none, padding 0 pixel for top and bottom and 12 pixel for right and left. Border 1 pixel solid. Type here this color code. So here you can see the output. Next, type here font size 14 pixel, text transform uppercase. To convert these text in uppercase, I have used text transform uppercase property and type here border radius 5 pixel. Here you can see a small border radius around our this link. Next, copy this color code and type here color and paste this code here and type display inline block and margin bottom 25 pixel. So now you can see the design of our contact page link. Next, copy this I element inside this main section, paste here and before this copy these two words and paste them here. Type here margin right 5 pixel to create a space between this icon and this text. Next, copy this h1 element which is inside this page title class, paste here and before this copy this class and paste here with a dot and before this copy and paste this main section class here. Inside this, type font size for rem. Here you can see the font size of our title and line height 1. Now you can see that the space between these two lines is decreased. And in the last, copy this p element, paste here and before this copy this main section class and paste here. Inside this, type margin 20 pixel for top and bottom and 0 pixel for right and left. So here you can see our paragraph. Next, we have to design our these three cards to display the location of the company. To design the cards, open index.html and after this main section class div, create another div with class cards wrapper. Inside this, create another div with class card. So inside this is the container of our each card. Create another div with class image container, create an image element here. And after this, type here h1 element, type the city name, create a p element, type here an email, and in the last create an a element here, type here view location. Next, copy this card class and paste this 2 more times. Now here you can see that this is the output of our current cards and we need to add one more p element here in which we will display a phone number to our viewer. So I will type here a dummy phone number. Next, copy this p element and paste in the remaining 2 cards. Here you can see the output and next we have to display an icon here. In my contact me page, you can see I have a folder named images. Inside this, I have 3 icons here which I have downloaded from Flat Icon website, and in the properties you can see they have 512 of width and height. So here in the first image element, I will type images icon 1, copy this, paste here icon 2 and icon 3. So here in the output you can see that we have icons and the content of each card. Next, open style.css and before this copy this card wrapper class and now open style.css and give a comment here like cards css, paste the class here and type display flags and justify content center and align item center and position relative. Here you can see the output. To create a gray background of these cards, copy this cards wrapper class, paste here, type here double colon after and content empty, position absolute and height 400 pixel, width 100%, inset 0. Inset is the combination of top, right, bottom and left property. So if you want to set the value of these four properties to 0, you can directly use CSS inset property. Next, type here background color, type this color code, and here you can see that we have currently this background color. Next, type here z index -1 to display this color to the background and top 150 pixel. So now you can see that our background have 150 pixel of margin from top. Next, copy this card class, paste this class here, and before this copy this cards wrapper class and paste here, type width 30%, box shadow 1 pixel, 3 pixel and 3 pixel, and type this color code RGBA 0, 0 and 0.1. So you can see a light shadow around our cards. First of all, in the index.html, I will type here a property width 100 pixel. This is a temporary attribute. I will remove this in the end of this tutorial. Paste this attribute in all these images. Now you can see that our icon have this size. Next, to create the background of our this image, copy this image container class, paste here, and before this copy and paste these two classes. Type here display flags, justify content center and align item center. These three properties will align our this icon in the center position of our card. And next, type here padding 30 pixel from all sides and border radius 5 pixel. You will see the border radius when we will assign a background color to our this div. To assign the background color, first of all open index.html and type here a class name A, B and C. Because we have to assign different background colors, that's why I have typed here 3 classes. Next, copy these classes, paste them here and type A and choose a background color, type this color code. So now in the output you can see we have a background color, a light pink, only our on first card. Next, copy this code, paste here 2 times and change the classes to B and C and change this color code to this and this color code. So here you can see the output. We have 3 different type of background color in our each card. Next, I have to remove this width from our each image element because we will assign the width using CSS. Copy this image element, paste here, and before this make sure to copy these 3 classes and paste them here. Here type width 90 pixel and height 90 pixel. You can see the output. Next, inside your this card class, type here margin 15 pixel, so you can see the space between our these cards, and padding 30 pixel. So here you can see a 30 pixel of padding inside our each card. And next, type here border radius 5 pixel and background color white. Next, we have to give style to our this heading. To do this, copy this h1 element and paste here, and before this copy these 2 classes and paste them here. Inside this, type padding 15 pixel from top and bottom and 0 pixel from right and left. Here you can see the output. And next, type here font size 1.4 rem and color, type this color code here and change the opacity to 0.9. So now you can see that our title will look like this. Next, type here border bottom 1 pixel solid and copy this color code and paste here and change the opacity to 0.1. So here you can see a light gray line after our this heading. Next, copy this p element which is for displaying our email and paste this element here, and before this copy and paste these classes here. Type here margin 20 pixel and 0 pixel, so you can see the output. And for color, copy this color property, paste here and change the opacity to 0.7. so you can see that now our this email will look like this, and these 2 styles will be applied on our these both p element for our email and for our phone number as well. And next, we have to design our this view location button. To design the button, copy this a element and paste here, and before this copy these two classes and paste them here and type display block text align center text decoration none and border 1 pixel solid. Copy this color code and paste here and change the opacity to 0.8 and next type here color and type the same color that we have assigned to our border and next type here padding 8 pixel and border radius 5 pixel and transition 0.4 second. This transition property is to add the hover effect. It means that our hover effect will take 0.4 second to apply it. To add the hover effect on the button, copy these words, paste here and type here colon hover. But before this, you can see the output. Now our buttons will look like this. On hover, type here background color, type this color code and change the border to none. So friends, now you can see that on hover our buttons will look like this. So friends, we have complete our design. I hope you liked this video. If you have any question, you can ask us in the comment section, and in the next part of this tutorial I will teach you how you can make this design fully responsive, because currently you can see that our this output will look like this on mobile devices. So make sure to watch the second part of this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for our regular videos and share this video with your those friends who want to learn web designing. And finally, thanks for watching.